For me, the first thing that came off the page was this kind of call to action, you know, this kind of conversation about, okay, so this is happening in the world, and everybody feels helpless, and everyone feels like there's nothing they can do about it, and so we're all frustrated, and we're all aggravated, and we have all these different emotions, but what are we doing to actually play our role? What are we doing to contribute? What are we doing to walk in literal purpose of who we are as a human being, and are we answering the call on our life, whatever that may be? And if we're not, can we be that frustrated and aggravated, even though that is a normal human emotion? You know, what is it we're supposed to be doing? And so I felt that they were instantly confronted with this question.
I thought about the fact that a lot of people who look up to us, particularly those of color, shaded our color, when these young women and men are looking up to us, they've seen the conclusion of our dream. Datari speaks about the fact that about 8%, so it be told in an article that he read, and that sounds right, about 8% of people in America, at least, are actually able to say when they go to sleep at night, I followed what I wanted to do in life. I'm living out my dream. And for us as artists, and President Obama definitely spoke to the scientists and the artists leading the revolution, and I think he was spot on with that, as much as he was spot on with a lot, which we're now seeing more than ever. Not that somebody's not so spot on. But I think the reality is we are seeing in the conclusion of our dream. Nobody really watched Jay Ellis in the process of like, do I really go do this? Nobody watched Megan go, now how do I transition from child actor to big girl actor? Nobody watched Cos in Detroit figuring it out, or Datari in Oakland trying to figure it out, or Omari living in cars and showering at the YMCA, which was a true story. So I think it's sort of, I felt like when Cos and Datari brought it to me, before Megan and Jay were even on, I looked at it and I thought, I sort of owe the look of Omari and us dreaming, because everybody just sees now the conclusion of what it looks like when Omari is, you know, gotten to actually live out the dream. I just feel like people should look at us in that moment as actors and go, oh, it's different to see these heroic people. Yo, Megan Good, oh, Jay Ellis, oh, Omari. But the reality is, like, but you didn't really, it wouldn't have been so rah-rah when we were dreaming. So we needed to give that look, and I thought the movie was a great template to do so.
I'm forever inspired by culture. There's something that is so special and beautiful about watching people get up and live every single day and interact and have friendships. Like, this dude just said something that I don't even know if this even clicked for him, but he's one of the first people. I got offered a job, and he was one of the first people I called, and I was like, yo, should I take this job or not? He was one of the first people I called. Datari, I've watched Megan forever and have like thought like, yo, not forever. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just am so inspired by the people I get to work with and be in this industry with. And then outside of that, my friends, my family, when I go to schools and I'm talking to young kids and they're like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. And they got their hat this way and that. And it's just so inspiring. And it makes me want to get up and tell more stories. And it makes me want to get up. It's funny because I think people look at least for me anyway, I think people go, oh, I'm so inspired by what you're doing. And I go, no, you're inspiring what I'm doing. I'm doing this because of you. You're a reflection, like I'm a reflection of what you're doing. And I want to live, like I want all my art and my work to be honest and to be truthful and to continue to tell your story in any way that I can on screen.